So, just invited him on.
There we go.
There he goes.
Perfect. I like the background already. Okay.
How y'all doing?
Hello, how are you?
Good evening, man. I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm late. I'm on set right now.
No, you are a busy man, so.
You're perfectly fine. Welcome to the Pink Clubhouse. Stopping by today, we have you first. We have the talented, groundbreaking rising star from some of Hollywood's hottest productions. Now we have Mr. Elijah Lamar, everyone.
I appreciate y'all.
Yes. Someone tapped it. And sitting over there.
All right, so I'm gonna sit this up. I actually have a surprise as well. I have one of my castmates that's with me. She's about to come on. I'm starring in a movie with her right now called Excommunications. So I told her about the interview and told her that she can join on with me. We could talk about it a tad bit. See, I get a 2-for-1.
Well, love it. Thank you. Thank you. So Elijah, you are a new dad. Congratulations, by the way, with so many work opportunities that you continue to capture. How are you balancing fatherhood with being a media connoisseur?
That is a great question. I like this already. Most interviews ask the same questions. That's probably the most challenging thing I'm going through right now. Trying to find the balance. Before even being a father, it was hard trying to find the balance with just having a regular life and also pursuing a entertainment career. And I say in entertainment because I do more than just act. I'm an artist as well. So now trying to find the balance with being a father makes it even harder because it's the decision I made to myself with being a present father.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta find the median because it's like, is it possible to be a present father and also be a great entertainer as far as taking advantage of every opportunity? Or does that mean I have to be a present father and just an okay entertainer? Or if I choose to be a great entertainer and take advantage of every opportunity, do that mean just a present now and father, or they're absent? And luckily, the mother of my child is she's very mature, she's older, and she makes it easier as far as knowing that this is my choice and my career is my dream. And I mean, it's been working, but it's really a decision that I make on my own, I guess. I mean, I gotta pick and choose, like, is it worth doing that right now, or do I need to go ahead and be here and take care of my daughter, because she's a girl, and so daughters need fathers as well. I don't have a solid answer for it. There's not a book to it. I'm going through it as each day comes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I feel is best, I say. Sometimes, it was a time where I actually didn't go to a casting call because I wanted to spend time with my daughter. And I mean, I was kind of regretting it a little bit while I was holding her, like, damn, I should have went. But I ended up still getting the role I wanted because they ended up having a second one, and I went to that one. But I was beating myself up, though, I'm not gonna lie. So I guess, just to sum up the answer, what's for me is gonna be for me.
Right.
As long as I'm doing what is I feel like it's the right thing and doing what I feel like is pure to me, what's for me is gonna be for me.
If you think about it, you weren't rewarded, you know what I mean? If you think about it, you did the right thing and then you were then rewarded. You know, God sees what you need to get. So he did that for you. And I appreciate that you did take that time because and you still got the role. And you have a lot of, but I do want to talk about something because we saw a recent fight in a podcast interview you had. You moved to Atlanta to pursue your music career in the first 4 months. You spent $20,000 in strip clubs. Are you still making it rain in strip clubs? And if so, no making it rain. Okay.
No, not at all. The only time I'm even in the strip club is if I'm booked for it now. I really have got to a status. I would say my brand is at to the point where I don't just step out for free. I look at it as it to me is a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing because I just had this conversation with my castmates yesterday, and I was telling them knowing how to monetize everything you do, knowing how to monetize your appearances. But sometimes it could be a bad thing as far as like if you just have a friend that comes in town and like, hey, I'm new to Atlanta, let's go out. And the normal me would be like, yeah, let's show them a good time. But I go, wait, pause. I can't.
Right.
Reason being is because if I go out with you to this lounge or to this club, that normalizes it as far as my brand and makes it feel like, oh, well, we don't got to pay them to come out, but we can just see them out anytime for free.
About it.
Unfortunately, that's just it's the lifestyle I chose, which is one of those decisions I have to make. Even if it's a female friend who's like, hey, I'm working at this new place, I'm a bottle girl, come have fun, come check me out. I would want to because I asked you to come and support me as well. So I want to support in return. But the bigger picture is I lessen my value when I do that.
Yeah.
And I only made the mistake one time. It was actually at Cosmopolitan. I don't know if I should say this, but oh well, I don't care. It was actually at Cosmopolitan. The promoter booked me to do a walkthrough. Now my price is $1,500 just to do a walkthrough. I come through, bottles, have fun, etc. The problem was I invited people, hey, y'all come out, Cosmopolitan, come have fun, and I shut it down. It was packed. It was great. One of the guys ended up having another show like 2 weeks later at Cosmopolitan. It was like, yo, I'm performing at Cosmo also. You should come through and support me. Naturally, if I just invited you to come support me, you came out, I should go support him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I came out. We having fun in the section, clowning, having fun. That promoter seen me. He didn't say anything to me. He contacted my management and said, why do we have to pay him to come out if he can just come out for free?
Wow.
My management got on my ass and it was like, you can't do that no more. So from that point on, I was like, okay.
You might want to wear hats or something. Very low key, a mustache or something. I don't know.
It was a tough lesson learned. I say that because, like I said, I want to be able just to sometimes feel like I'm regular because I'm not super cocky. I don't feel like I'm made it. I'm not an A-list person, so I'm very humble. But sometimes I just gotta check myself and realize, you're bigger than what you think. You have to know your value. You have to know your brand. And unfortunately, with the choice that you made with being in this lifestyle, it's gonna happen.
Someone said who's shiesty now?
That's Big Dave from BMF, man. Salute.
About you because I've met you a few times and I can tell you when you come into a room, and sometimes I get this too. When you come into a room, people definitely pay attention to you. And even if it's good or bad, I personally I don't know you to be a bad person at all. And some people are in ATL that what they try to be like, but you never stop shining. Like I really like that about you, and I do appreciate you. Yeah, just want to say that.
I appreciate that. It was somebody else who said that to me. They said they didn't even know me, and it was like you must be somebody important. I'm like, what? I didn't understand. Like it was random. I'm like, I'm not out here super icy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what made you say that? And once the conversation, carried on, I told them who I was, and they were like, I knew it. They said there's just something about you, the way you carry yourself. It's a light. You look like somebody, like you do something. Like I'm like, wow.
Did you have that gold briefcase that time when they saw you? Because
you said what?
You had a gold briefcase the time I saw you. This motherfucker.
I was actually with the gold briefcase. I'm so extra with my auditions. I was just trying to embody that character in that role.
He does.
So I showed it to I think that was the lawyer. I was auditioning for a lawyer, and I showed the student and booty with the gold briefcase, and I got that role too. So
That's how you do it, people. By the way, that's how you're supposed to do
So
it.
you tend to take your characters home with you.
Um, Sometimes I try to when I go home. That's it. Um, but in order for me to give the casting directors or the person that's booking me the best of me, I tend to I apologize my background. I tend to make sure I can relate to it. I would say, like for this current role man right now, we started shooting on the first one. I've done it to the 14th, so it's a 2-week role, and I'm playing a abusive boyfriend. So sometimes, it can come home because I still gotta have my lines, I still gotta have the emotion, but I tried to cut it off. I'm not gonna lie, I do try to cut it off, but like I said, this is my lifestyle. I don't have a corporate job. I don't have a 9 to 5. This is what I do. So when I'm at home, I'm going through my line, making sure I can know I'm in the mirror, looking like, does this look real? So yeah, it can come home sometimes. Yeah.
Well, as an actor and as a rapper, is there one that you prefer over the other, and what challenges, if any, do they bring?
So that's a question that is asked a lot. I don't prefer one over the other. Music is my passion. Music is my heart. Music is what gave me the confidence I have today. Music is the reason why I can speak with confidence and do the things I do, because before music I had a speech impediment. I stuttered very, very badly, and music played speech, very, very bad. I couldn't complete a sentence all the way to like junior year of high school. And music played speech therapy for me. So without music, I don't know where I would be, because now everything I do requires me to speak. No matter if I'm singing, if I'm rapping, if I'm acting, if I'm being a mentor, public speaking, being an activist, everything requires me to speak now. I took a weakness and turned it into a strength. So without music, I wouldn't be here, honestly. So I can never pick acting over music. But what I will say is this, and this is why I say I'm a brand, I'm an entertainer. I don't say I'm an actor, I don't say I'm a rapper, I don't say I'm an artist. I say I'm a brand, I'm an entertainer, because they're all in the same realm. My job is to inspire. My job is to motivate. I can do that with me embodying the different roles that I'm casted for, and I can also do that with the type of music that I make as well when people listen to me.
Right.
That's just what I'm placed there for, to inspire people. So I would never put one over the other. I actually lost a deal. I don't know if I'm supposed to speak on this either, but whatever. I'm very transparent. I lost a deal with Republic. Republic, when I was with Empire, Republic wanted me to make a decision. They said, when we go down your IG page, we know what you do. You're everywhere. You have stuff on here with you acting, stuff with you over here boxing, stuff with you over here rapping, you battle rap. We don't know what you do, and that's a problem for us. We can't invest in that unless you pick something. They gave me 4 days to make a decision on what I wanted to do, if I was going to just do music, because if they wanted to invest their money, my sole focus had to be on music. I didn't take the full 4 days. The universe moves when I felt like I need it. And what happened was, it took 2 days. I was on IG scrolling, stressing about it, and Idris Alba posted a video, and he called it Do-Rag Thoughts. And in the video, he talks about being a jack of all trades. People never finish the statement. They just say, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. But the full quote is, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, but still better than a master of one. And what he said was, when people try to limit you and tell you that you can't be a actor and also be a painter, or you can't be a singer and also be a drummer, that's because they don't believe in themselves. They don't have the gift and the talent and the ability to be great in more than one thing. Having a vision is being able to see something that nobody else can see. Don't never let nobody else discourage you because they feel like they can't do something. It's your birthright to take advantage and do whatever you put your mind to. If you want to be a basketball player and learn how to play the piano, it's your birthright to do that. Never let nobody tell you that you got to pick one. And that spoke to me. I said, you know what? I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
And I called them and let them know that I couldn't make a choice. I'm not going to make a choice. So it didn't work out, and acting has took off for me. I love acting. The door has opened up so many doors for me because whenever I am auditioning for sets and stuff now, if I don't get the role, I can submit my music to be on the soundtrack.
Oh.
Sometimes I'm on a movie now with my music also on the soundtrack. So I'm getting paid for my talent of being an actor. I'm also getting paid with points because my music is on the soundtrack. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. The attention and engagement that I get from my acting shines a light on my music. Because now people are like, well, damn, he's a rapper? And I'm not just any rapper, I'm a very talented rapper. Not everybody can do that.
How do you kind of market your talent in an already saturated, oversaturated community? Because we're in Atlanta. How do you push through? How do you make yourself push through?
I market the brand. I don't market just Elijah Lamar, the artist, Elijah Lamar, the actor. I market Elijah Lamar to the point where if you want me to come through as Elijah Lamar, the actor, and just a walkthrough, my price is $1,500. But then if you want me to do music and rap, it's $25. Sometimes I get there and I just feel the vibe and just grab the mic. Like when you look at me, you're gonna realize he does more than just that. Like, so I don't stress myself with the stresses of the world of feeling like I gotta market it this way.
Right.
It's really working to the point where like you got people who be like, oh, so he's an actor that rap. Some people say, oh, he's a rapper that act. I'll just do both. Like, period. I have something for everybody. If you don't like my acting, you'll love my music. If you don't like my music, you'll love my acting.
Right. And if you don't like either of those, you like the boxing.
I got something else. Yeah, I box. I'm a battle rapper. I'm a great motivational speaker. Like, I'm literally, I feel like because the way I grew up was not, I had low self-esteem. I was in the house a lot. Couldn't speak. Just didn't want to be out there. I was able to master a few different things. And because of the attitude I have as far as being able to still be here, and what I mean by that is I was born without a heartbeat. I was born without oxygen. So people say I was born dead. I was a blue baby. Had to get revived. Because of that, knowing that I wasn't even supposed to be here, anything I put my mind to, I will be the best at it. Some people say it's cocky. I feel like it's a thin line between being cocky and confident.
Yeah.
It's literally, if I put my mind to it, I will be the best. If I wanted to start my own podcast today, give me a couple months, I would have the #1 podcast out. That's just the confidence I have. Anything I put my mind to, I will be the best at that.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I had that mindset is because I wasn't even supposed to be here.
Right.
So why would I half-ass anything I do?
And you couldn't speak before, so now, why limit yourself? And I respect that. And I never knew that about you. I don't know how many people are really in the industry. But I'm not sharing that with us because that's something that you really overcame. And it probably, I feel like God definitely gave you that time to, be kind of like in a cocoon. And now you're really flourishing. But I do want to ask, you recently Netflix premiered They Clone Tyrone. I don't know, right? You were in
Bittersweet moment.
How was it being on set, from the set to the movie? How did you enjoy the film? Did you enjoy the film? Did you
Of course. It was a bittersweet moment for me because, as you know, in acting, you never know what makes the final cut, until the stuff comes out. So I got the credit for it. I did have a speaking part in there. It got cut out, unfortunately. I didn't know until the movie came out. And then the parts that it did have me in was so small, I feel like if you blink, you would have missed me. I was able to see myself and pause it, took some screenshots, posted it. I was right behind Jamie. But it was the experience of being on set with Jamie Foxx was worth it. We was on set for 17 hours. It's the longest set I've ever been on. We was on set from 2 a.m. to 11 p.m. He made it worth it. He's my idol, and and everything for so many different reasons. So for me to have to even work with him was amazing. As far as not getting all the camera attention that I wanted, it's cool. I still got the credit for it. My name still shows on the side. The credits for it. I got the most of the recognition in that way, and which means that if I obtain that, it's possible for me to go ahead and go further with it. I'm pretty sure that hey, I'm gonna be a supporting role with Jaeger soon next year. Like last year, you could have never told me I would be in a movie with Jaeger.
And that movie,
so now that I did it,
yeah,
it's the most comfortable movie out right now.
Right. Yeah.
So they call I can't even get it out. They clone Tyrone has a lot of hidden messages in it, especially for the Black community. What do you think that means? What do you think that means?
What do I feel like the movie means, or what do I feel like
Hidden
the
messages.
So the hidden messages was very. I appreciate it. A lot of people are afraid to speak on certain things that they talked about. It's about being creative, though. Sometimes when you throw it straight in their face, it gets blocked.
Mm-hmm.
They try to stop you from putting out certain messages because they don't want that to be known. But if you're able to mask it, I say, if you're able to mask it and do it in a certain way, then I give props to the fact that you took the risk to do it, and also give props to the fact that you were able to be creative to do it.
Right.
And that's why I take my hat off to Jamie. It's the same thing with, let me see, Drake. He made a song called, what was it called? Tootsie Slide? Or something like that. To the masses, it's a dance song, right? The lyrics is really talking about sliding on somebody. It's really talking about sliding in your ops when you pay attention to it. But when you marketing it and you do it in your living room, you got the little dance and Drake is dancing, and then people catch on and make it a TikTok. They're like, oh, this is fire. And now it's really talking about sliding in your ops.
Right.
But Mask It, it was able to make it a popular song, and people don't even realize what they're even talking about for real. It's a lot of music out like that. So just like, I can't think of the artist's name, but he got the song called Walk Through. That Drip, When I Walk Through, made the dance song. It's actually talking about being prepared for your ops. He's talking about being fresh in the club and staying with a strap in case he got to ride on his ops. It's actually a street song, but it's so popular as a dance song.
You better stay ready.
The lyrics, because the lyrics it says drip. Yeah. When I walk through, doom, doom, yeah. Doom. When I walk through, then he says, dip. I got sauce too. I came with that thing, chopper rain, make a op, ooh, shots. When I walk through, like it's fire though.
And they told Tyrone, I saw that they have Morse code in the actual sound of the movie, which is, yes. A lot of people don't even know that about Morse code, but I thought that was crazy. But look, you're one of the stars of Making It Big in Atlanta. How is it working so full of creatives, like the person next to you, by the way, and the drama that along with reality?
Ask that question one more time.
So you're on Making It Big Atlanta, right?
Still, yeah.
You still are. You're one of the big castmates on there. How is it working with a bunch of creators and handling the drama on that kind of?
I stay true to myself. So I'm not a big fan of reality shows. So when they presented it to me, I said no. But then when we talked more, I said I would do it as long as it's not scripted.
Right.
I need it to be real. I need the cameras to follow me, not being cocky. My life is a movie already. Just follow me, make it real. I don't want it to be scripted. I don't want no fake fights, no fake beef, no certain type of impression that you're trying to make about me. Like, I don't want that. And they made that agreement. As far as with my peers on the set, I'm just real. I'm just real with myself. So I'm not trying to be nobody else. You got a lot of people that are super messy, having to balance so many different type of characters. It's crazy, but I don't indulge into the messiness. Whenever they try to reel me in, I'm like, nope,
No.
So it's cool. I mean, because the type of reality show is just talking about a whole bunch of people who made a name for themselves in Atlanta that are not from Atlanta. Everybody is from a different place, but they came to Atlanta and made it big in Atlanta. That's the point.
And you're not from Atlanta.
I'm from Ohio.
Where you? Ohio. Okay. Now, who's the lady that you have next to you?
Welcome to the Pink Clubhouse. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in Karen.
They told me like tag and stuff.
My Instagram it's that Kara Star.
Kara Star, okay. And Kara Star, can you I thought Elijah told us you were working on the project. Can you tell the folks what you guys are working on again?
So we're working on a movie that's upcoming called Communication, and I'll be playing lead 3. So it's basically about domestic violence where she's getting abused by her boyfriend.
Which is him?
Played by Elijah.
Are you naturally like this, like laid back? Or are you in character right now?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay.
She's very like
When you and Elijah are doing your scenes, I'm hoping later in the movie you get to beat him up. Are you gonna get an extra little punch in, maybe?
Can't say that. You can't say
You can't tell us. Okay.
I'm not listening.
Can't talk about it yet. So is he? I know he posted something this weekend. Is that the same movie?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So he's really doing some domestic violence, which we don't like.
And I'm actually from
Oh,
Atlanta.
you are? Oh, okay.
Yes, the Georgia Peach.
Have you been long?
What do you say?
Have you been acting long? Have you been?
Okay, so I'm currently a college student. I go to UGA, and I started acting as soon as I started college.
Wow.
But I always wanted to be an actor when I was younger. But, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So you're playing the role of a domestic abuse victim. We just got out of National Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. What are you allowed to go into the specifics of what this role specifically focuses on, like mental, emotional, or physical abuse? Or does it like culminate all 3?
I would say it does all 3 because yes, she is like suffering abusively, and it can mess with a girl's mental health. And to her, she thinking this is normal because it's actually something she grew up around.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. That's the reason why I ask is because sometimes we normalize patterns of domestic abuse. So I'm so glad that is being brought up in the movie that y'all are currently working on. What's the greatest message that y'all want people to receive from this project that's forthcoming?
Cool.
Do you want to say it or we can let her say it?
Yeah, we feel like
So, The Rider is actually a book that turned into a movie. This is Jaeger, my friend. I want you to introduce yourself and then ask her that question that you just asked her.
Hi, I am China T. I'm the writer of Communication. I've been an author for up to 10 years. I just signed a new publishing deal with Bree Ash Media, and I have a new publisher with Chad Black. So this is what I'm doing right here, making this my first book, my first movie.
Wow.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, we meet everybody tonight. That's what's up.
What is that? I can't hear you.
He's meeting everybody.
Okay, yeah. Because he think that we got the same results kind of happen at this point. Almost just right on time.
Okay.
So that's the question that you just asked, because she can answer it better.
Malloy, what was it that you asked? I'm sorry, I forget.
No, you're fine. So, what is the greatest message, or what is the message that you want viewers to receive from this production?
The first one is awareness. We gotta make a big investment when it comes to awareness because this is going on consistently. It's not even about domestic violence, it's about also the fact that black women are being attacked at large numbers every year. There's too many of us dying behind relationships, behind somebody who said they love us. But you can't kill what you love. So we want to definitely put bigger words on that. Also, that we want to talk about people, family members hiding stuff. Because sometimes family members know that their family is being doing abuse or being abused and nobody's saying nothing. We got to stop being quiet for whatever that is, whatever that no snitch stuff is. We're allowing our family to die because we don't want to say nothing. We got to stop that. And the last message is just stop being embarrassed. If you are being somebody, a woman or a man that's been in this type of relationship, be able to tell somebody so somebody can help save you. It's the embarrassment that kills a lot of women because it's almost like they think that I'm too pretty for this to happen to. How could this happen? Nobody will believe me. So they become so embarrassed that they never tell us. And then sometimes it's too late, we never get a chance. And when we find out about it, it's in their death when we hear about domestic violence. But not one time can anybody in their family tell you that they was getting abused because they never said anything. So we gotta stop being embarrassed. It's not your fault. Understand that what's happening to you is nothing to do with you. It's something to do with the other person. And let us help you so that you can remain here with us as opposed to a memory that we gotta keep talking about. Those are the three biggest things I want people to take away from this movie.
That's good.
I've noticed a lot with women in particular. You'll do a very good job at masking abuse at home, whereas it's makeup or it's like looking super pretty or whatnot. Like I know a girl myself going to school with in undergrad. Everyone thought that, including myself, thought that she was the prettiest girl, and we didn't know what she was going through at home, but she masked it so well with clothes and hair, perfume, and everything that once the truth came out, it's like, dang, like you would think that this wouldn't happen to people like her, but it happens to everyone.
And see thought that you just said, people would think that it wouldn't happen to people like her. And now we have to define what is people like her. You see what I'm saying? What is people like her for us to say? Because it's gonna happen to anybody. So when we say people like her, what is people like her? It's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, do we put, is it a face? Is it a shape? Is it a color? What is it? Because when we say anybody is becoming a victim, okay? Anybody in a relationship that is not healthy is becoming a victim. So we can't say, well, she was so pretty woman. Those people to be the main ones, people who don't believe they're getting abused because they're so pretty, they know how to hide it. But it's underlying messages in their body movement, in their body, how they talk. Everything is telling us that they're being abused. But because we're so trained to the eye not to recognize it, we don't see it. We don't see the truth. So yeah, we say stuff like girls like her. See what I'm saying? What is the girl like her? Because everybody's going through some form of trauma. And so some people just know how to mask it others, but we want them to stop doing that. So girls like her can tell us what's going on before they can no longer tell us anything.
That's good. Thank you for that. Thank you.
And to brighten it up, I put the hotline number in there, y'all. So please, if y'all know anyone being abused, just redirect them to this hotline. But just to brighten it up, what weights?
I'm sorry, what? I can't hear.
The phone is low.
What did you say?
I said, what?
I'm so sorry.
You are giving no weights.
No. Oh, wait.
I can't hear this. So sorry.
You are giving no weight to that.
No, it's.
Yeah.
No
Did y'all get the invite from
I'm
Sarah?
so sorry because I'm trying to hear what y'all saying. It's kind of loud with me, so I'm so sorry. I'm super dumb. If I seem really retarded, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm always giving up my birthday tomorrow. So I'm doing the after my birthday, I'll probably, it's not big, but I'm just saying I'm tightening it up for my birthday tomorrow. That's what I'm doing.
So, if you don't mind.
How old am I?
Have you on the show one day?
She wants you on the show one day.
I will.
Yes.
I'm about to reach out to y'all right now.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna do right now.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay,
Happy birthday.
thank you so much.
So we got to meet the author of the movie and everything. Well, the writer, one of the main writers. That's pretty good.
Listen, I love being here with you because you never know what you're gonna expect each and every show. Like with me, it's so many amazing people